Good morning from a grey, uninteresting London town. I'm here today to talk about why we have killed LinkedIn lead generation as a service from my agency and why we're leaving it behind us gradually over the months ahead.
Whoa, hey!
I'm going to talk about the main reasons for that. Why does LinkedIn lead generation no longer work in our eyes? At the very least, why have we stopped selling it? And what are we focusing on instead, and how you might try to use this information to avoid some bad decisions and go down a better path with your marketing. So firstly, why have we stopped doing it? Why am I even talking about LinkedIn lead generation as well? I'm talking about it because I have been running it for pretty much around since it started. So it's about 5-6 years, I'd say, I've been using LinkedIn lead generation as a tool, initially to grow my first business, Snowball Eco Companion, and then Snowball Creations after that. Both of them, a huge part of both those businesses was thanks to LinkedIn lead generation, which is essentially automating outreach using various forms of software to connect with people through LinkedIn and send them a message. That's the simple version of what it ultimately is. And so this has worked brilliantly. We were getting genuinely 150 leads a month consistently, not just for us, but for many clients over the years. And I've made many people lots of money out of this system. What has changed though? Why does it no longer work? The big reasons are, one, LinkedIn itself has changed.
What are you doing?
So the software that we use can no longer deliver the same amount of actions, and no other software can. We put a lot of work into trying and testing every single version of route path to sending messages, the APIs, the proxies that you have to use, all of this stuff to try and get around LinkedIn. And ultimately, they just have a lot of hard limits in place now. So the invitations that you could do no longer are possible. And that moves me into the next big negative.
Oh, please don't take a turn to negative town.
It's so much more work. It's you used to have to do one campaign. Now we're generally doing 4 or 5 campaigns from one single account. And so when you multiply that across a client, for example, the amount of work we have to do is so much greater. So we have to charge more. And so that return on investment drops off a bit because there's just more to be done. We also, it becomes like less fun, to be totally honest.
Way less fun.
Because there's so much more work involved compared to other channels. The third thing is, and this is the biggest one of why we really were like, you know what, let's just make the shift, is
Why?
scalability. We are Snowball Creations. We want to, this is my agency, if I've not mentioned it yet, we want to scale businesses into extraordinary heights. We want to help them literally snowball their business. And so LinkedIn lead generation is amazing for driving good numbers of leads to a single profile. We personally have still, I think it's 5 or 6 different LinkedIn profiles running for ourselves.
Wow.
And for ourselves, it works because we have the ability to have complete control over the entire sales journey. So we've got it to a standard where it works for us personally. But generally speaking, it's hard to scale to many LinkedIn profiles in a clean way. We do it, like I do it, obviously, but not in the same way as with paid advertising, to put it bluntly. So paid advertising, once you get those metrics working, those ROIs, those ROAS, you can, generally speaking, depending on the audience and many other factors, you can generally speaking just add some noughts to the budget and get multiples more of that. It will slowly decrease a bit in your ROAS normally, but ultimately you will still be able to scale. You can still add another 10 grand to that today and instantly see that increase. So that's one of the biggest reasons. It doesn't fit with Snowball Creations anymore in terms of us wanting to snowball a business to new heights. So these are some of the reasons why we're stopping it. And so what are we moving to? You might have already guessed because I've fucking mentioned it 7 times already. Paid advertising.
I guessed.
Paid advertising in general, that means many different platforms, but the ones that we like the most would be Facebook and Instagram is still spectacularly powerful. We're seeing unbelievable results, people getting 12 times ROAS, etc., all over the place. Some really crazy figures we're producing from it. So it's in no way dead. It's a brilliant channel that's doing brilliantly still. Google advertising is the oldest, it's been around for forever. But actually it's our best performing. It's even better than Facebook and Instagram in terms of consistency. So just almost everybody, we've pretty much never had an account start with us with Google Ads who hasn't had a positive ROAS ultimately, which is quite a thing to say actually, because most of the time some clients just kind of don't work out. We are more selective nowadays with who we work with, but either way, it's an impressive statement for Google Ads.
Impressive.
And then LinkedIn ads as well. It's extremely powerful for B2B. So these 3 channels, there's also Pinterest, Quora, TikTok, Snapchat, all of these others. Any of these, we're excited to do more and more with. We have now completely specialized into paid advertising as a marketing channel because we think that it's the best suited for snowballing businesses. It's the best choice. If I had started a new business tomorrow, I would focus on paid advertising very likely to try and promote that business one way or another. It's the most consistent, it's the most reliable, it's on side with those different huge platforms like Google and Facebook and TikTok. Like, they want you to do more of it. They're very happy that they try their very best to make sure that you get a positive return on investment. Whereas ultimately all of these growth hacking techniques like LinkedIn lead generation will always be a battle. They'll always be fighting against LinkedIn. And while you may create short-term wins, you can create those kind of short-term wins from paid ads, and then that builds into an entire machine for you that will continue to work for far longer in a more consistent and reliable and scalable way than LinkedIn lead generation, ever could. So I hope this kind of points you in the right direction.
Down that way.
Down that way.
And I hope maybe it helps you to dodge a bullet or two of wasting some money on services which are not going to get your business a return. And otherwise, I hope that you give paid ads a try, because it's something that we're very pleased with. We've seen many clients of ours really help to grow up to achieve the things that they've wanted to achieve with their business thanks to paid ads making its impact on their business. Otherwise, I hope this has helped, and I will see you next Wednesday.